Intro. We got a special day today. Somebody has her 28th birthday.
21st birthday.
28th birthday. But
Okay.
we're gonna put up a picture of her birthday from last year. Y'all gonna see she looked like she was 21. So a lot can happen in 11 and a half months. So,
I looked 18.
Some of y'all still got some hope. Fellas, if y'all trying to get a beard, give it 11 and a half months. You never know what can happen. Our very first video on this channel talked about New Year, New Us. We made fun of a lot of notions, but it's ironic that in the past 3 weeks or 2 weeks since we posted that video, so many things have shifted in our lives and it has become new us's. We're gonna touch on that a little bit. She's gonna give you one thing that I guess over the past year really impacted her, one thing she really learned, and I will do the same, and we'll discuss it a little bit. So,
Okay.
and she fine, y'all. Look, just glisten.
Why? What? Stop. So one of the things that I have learned over the last year would be through just our relationship. A lot of things that I realized about myself that I didn't necessarily know was there or needed to be dealt with. But then I also found out a lot of good things. I think definitely one of the blessings with being with the person that God has for you, and you absolutely know it 100%, is that person will always enhance you as a person. Like, yeah, individually, we should be whole in God. But when He brings someone, it just takes that to a whole nother level, and you realize you can do things that you necessarily didn't think that you could do. And to have someone to see what God has put in you and want to enhance that and bring it out and push it out didn't always feel good. But I thank God for that. There's just a lot of things that I think that I've learned. One thing is I didn't realize how prideful that I could be, because I thought I was always I thought I was always pretty, go with the flow, everything's fine. But then
That's what I get.
That's what you get. But like I was saying, I thought I was just go with the flow, everything's cool, like whatever. But then I meet this guy. Then we start getting serious, and then all of these things start coming up out of you because you realize you still have residue from past relationships that has left you with so many things. It can be insecurities or just being unsure of yourself in certain areas, or you could be bitter, or you could be, I thank God that I didn't develop a spirit of bitterness, but I definitely think that I had a guard, like an invisible guard around my mind, and it caused me to overthink everything. Like if something didn't go the way I thought it should go in my head, then I would just freak out. And I thank God that you're patient with me.
That took God, trust me. No, not you, but one of my, I guess, cons would be patience. I'm not the most patient person in the world, and I will say it has been God keeping our, so, sorry.
No, you're fine. But like I was saying, just His patience, and it took me having to trust God to know that His intentions were pure, especially if this is my gift from God. If He's my gift and God sent him to me, He's not going to do anything to harm me. And one thing that I have to constantly remind myself is one of my mentors, shout out Amise, she said something that was so profound to me, and it said, He is the vessel, which you can, I'm paraphrasing, but he sent you, what did she say?
You have to see God in me.
Yeah, like I have to trust the God in him to know how to love me. So if he's an example of how God loves me, I have to think about like, okay, well, God only has good things for me. God's intentions are pure. God wants to see me prosper and be in good health. We can take it to the word. We can prosper and be in good health. And if he is who God has for me and he loves me how Christ loves the church, then it can only be good things. So that's what I've learned, and that's what I think I'm still maturing in. And I'm just grateful.
Aww.
Let the church say amen. You're gonna break the glasses.
It's cool. They ain't scripture. They style glasses. Everybody, men, get y'all a pair of stylish glasses if you don't wear real glasses. See how attitude just switched up just like that?
I just said all that good stuff, and then this is what I do.
No. No, I love that. And I thank God that he has spoken to you in whatever ways he has spoken to you, because a lot of times when we have these discussions, I'm learning new things about your walk with God, which in turn makes me think about my walk with God. And Amis definitely stepped in and came with a word, because yes, I felt like I love this woman. I want to give her my all. But at no time previously had I thought about display God's love to this woman. And that's a whole nother realm of something. And if you are in a relationship or looking to be in a relationship and you have a relationship with God, that should be the first thing you think about. And that should be where your intentions lie. That'll often take care of the petty arguments, the lack of communication, any negative energy that you may have surrounding your relationship. God doesn't give you that energy, therefore it shouldn't be in your relationship. And oftentimes when you trust him, you'll find a way to resolve whatever that may be. For me over the past year, the big word or the thing that's on my mind that I think about is confidence. Wow. I can say so much about it. Confidence to me is something I feel I had to work very hard for, was earned, but at the same time, I feel like God saved me from a lack of confidence by sending me such a stable relationship, sending me a woman of God, sending me his gift, because, and we mentioned this in the boyfriend tag, I feel my foundation for confidence comes from her. If you've ever been in a relationship where you either felt insecure on your own merit, were made to feel insecure, were emotionally abused, belittled, whatever the act may have been that just didn't allow you to have as much confidence as you should be able to have, you would understand that that can scar you. As she said, you can be left with residue, shrapnel, if you will, in your life of negativity, self-esteem issues, lack of confidence. And some people, you just was born with it. Growing up, don't look like the next person, or social media definitely doesn't help that. Whatever the attribute may be, a lot of us deal with confidence issues. And for me, the fix, I can say, was being around somebody constantly who uplifts you, supports you 100% without a doubt, stands by you. That innately fills you with the confidence level that you can go do anything, be anything, go out with any idea that I may have. Whatever it is, if it works, does not work, sounds absurd, sounds beautiful, knowing you have someone you can talk to about that idea or about those feelings or emotions without judgment, without being made to feel less than, that's going to give you confidence to go out into the world, have a difficult conversation with the next person. I wouldn't be able to have difficult conversations at work if I didn't feel comfortable coming home to you and telling you about those conversations. Mm-hmm. Imagine you're in a relationship where you're afraid to tell someone how you feel because you feel you're going to be judged by them. but that's the person you are supposed to be closest to. So that doesn't necessarily add up, in my opinion. So the past year, for sure, confidence to me has just maybe built up in me through this relationship. I feel more confident to go chase my art. I feel more confident in my spirituality to talk to God, be honest about my feelings about God, because you're not always going to be on. You're not always going to be up and willing to go to church, read your word. It is a tough battle, and that's a whole other discussion on effort in relationships. We'll probably have that another day. But more confident in my physical. That's probably a gift and a curse, being with somebody who loves you the way you are, because you can definitely fall off a little bit and then be like, well, such and such loves me, or such and such gives me that confidence. You need to watch out for that as well. But on the gift side, it is a beautiful thing to wake up and not feel like you have to absolutely change yourself for someone else's acceptance, that approval. Except that is a powerful, powerful feeling. If there's one thing I would want anyone watching this video to go search for this year, it is find whatever it is you need to find that gives you the confidence to be whoever it is you want to be. And I'll end on that.
That's legal, not substance abuse.
Yeah, I definitely just made that sound all bad. Don't. Liquid courage is not what we're talking about. We ain't talking about booger sugar. We ain't talking about Mary Jane. We are talking about.
Go find Jesus to give you the confidence.
I'm gonna just stop talking. Because some of y'all just got approval from Mario to go sell dope. That's not what I said. Okay.
Okay, so this is what I would like to close out the video with. I'm going to ask you, in this year, we got a lot of things coming up this year. But personally, what would you like to see happen to advance your growth in the next year?
In the next year, there are two areas that I want to focus on more than others. Coming out of the confidence shift, which, as we spoke, affected relationship, jobs, overall life. I want to focus on health, both mental and physical, and spirituality. I have recently started reading the Bible every night, which for me, I think is a big deal, because I was that person that would ignorantly say, I don't like reading. First of all, you have to read throughout life. I don't care how much you hated it in school. Reading is essential. So find a way to enjoy reading. And I think I'm trying to shift my mind to find a way to enjoy the things that I've said over the last 27, 28 years that I didn't like. Whether that be vegetables, whether that be working out, whether that be reading. You might actually love those things at 28 that you didn't like at 17. You can't take that same mindset into your adulthood and assume that you're going to be fine. Like, constantly train your mind, feed your mind, yeah.
Okay.
So that's it for me.
Okay. I think for me, we're gonna ask.
Same question.
For me, what I would like personally for Tory for 2019, I think I definitely agree with you with the health and just really training my mind, because it all starts in the mind. Just reprogramming my mind to go after what it is that I want. So if I want to be healthier, I have to program my mind to say you have to do the work to be healthier. Or if you want to look a certain way, you want to lose some weight, you just want to get fit, you have to put in the work. And I think that is where I struggle, is putting in the work, because I'll start it and follow up. And I know a lot of us have that issue, but I want to overcome that lie. I want to overcome that lie from the enemy to make me feel like, oh, well, you just don't like working out. You just don't. No. I don't have to accept that. And that goes for more than just working out, with, my dreams and things that I want to do. I'm grateful that God has given me an opportunity with my new job to be able to still focus on my dreams. I kind of feel like I have another chance at it, and I just want to go fully after it and be consistent. And I think my word for 2019 for myself would be consistency, because that's where I struggle. So
Perfect segue. I mean, as a group or us together, we need to be consistent with YouTube. We are new. We do have a lot to offer. We need to make sure that we stay on top of content creation. And just keeping a lot of feet going for you guys, because we do want to build an actual following, build an actual.
And we also want to do things that you guys want to see. So we are always open to suggestions within reason. You know, whether you want to see more vlogs or you want to see, you know, more of the creative process that we do, or I don't know, behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, I agree. So if you're new, please like and subscribe. Actually, please do leave a comment for some things you'd like to see, because we are very busy, very out there, into a lot of things that you might not even think we are. For example, right now we are shooting in a studio rented via Peer Space. Great space, there's art everywhere. Love this burgundy couch. Yeah, behind the scenes video or footage would be dope. We might even add that. So let's give you guys a little insight. Got anything else beautiful on your birthday? I'm gonna put like a crown right here, and the crown's gonna pop up. Watch. I'm gonna edit this video.
Thank you guys for watching. And we will see you guys in our next video.